It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, NBA fans. Ernie Johnson here with you again, and we've got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal, and we're all
sweeping.
Man, somebody knocked over my cup of sunflower seeds. It's taking forever for somebody to come over and clean them up. I guess we gonna have to do all the cleaning. Ain't that right?
Yeah, but there's nothing. Wait, are you making a metaphor?
Yeah, too dramatic?
Just a little bit. Better than that, boo-boo.
I'm trying to help you. Being here to clean up.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We're in San Antonio. The Spurs with home court playing here at the AT&T Center. A look at Chicago. They've got a good chance to prove themselves in what is going to be a very difficult part of their schedule coming up. Guys, with the bulk of their games coming up on the road, it's going to be tough.
And for Chicago, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we know that DJ is a nickname for the rookie, but here's some background on how he got that name. He was initially going to follow his dream of being a DJ instead of pursuing basketball. He is still very much involved in music, and he's indicated it's a passion he'll keep up even while he's in the NBA. Guys?
Yeah, and music and the NBA go hand in hand. So it's not a surprise to see a player like DJ who is enamored with both.
Two teams tonight that love to get out and run. Brent, talk about some of the keys to being effective in the transition game.
Well, one part about transition, Kevin, is the first couple steps that anybody takes to get out on the break. I mean, there is a skill to running hard in transition, and then secondarily getting wide in the lane. So many coaches are yelling at their players about creating space by getting to the sidelines as quickly as possible. Those two things can make you pretty dynamic in the open floor.
And it's Chicago to start. Chicago ends up going with a new group. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Levine, EJ out there with Portis. Then there's Wells, and it's Holiday in at the small forward position. The shot by Wells, no good. Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here is Forbes. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Wells. It's deflected.
That block right there, all about persistence. DJ staying with his man and playing terrific high-energy D.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. San Antonio leading. Anderson wide open. Again, the miss by the Spurs. For Chicago, they won their last contest, that game against Indiana.
And I know the defense wasn't great, but yet and still, their ability to stay composed was impressive.
Well, it led to a big scoring effort, taking advantage of every weakness. So any possession the defense wasn't aggressive on, they were on the offensive end.
Here's Leonard, following the basket by DJ. There's the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for San Antonio.
They stayed away from being too reliant on the three-point shot. They used it when they had to, but kept things balanced. And that's what you want to have, an offense that comes at you in all sorts of ways.
Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Tough to match up with Kyle Anderson because of how quirky he plays. Changing speeds, plays slow, but sees the floor remarkably well.
Now Murray, after the missed 3 from Shammy Wells. Stolen by Levine. A stupendous finish in traffic. Levine's got his first points of the game.
This guy is so tough to guard. He feels like he could take any challenge that the defense is going to throw at him.
Bertans kicks to Murray. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. And again, Zach Levine. Levine's got his second bucket of the night. Spurs trail by 3. Murray, the pass to Laverne. He feeds it to Forbes. Here's Bertans. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the 3-ball. Bertans got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now Chicago's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. 15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Wells. Defense right on him. Tries again. It's deflected. 1 second left. He can't get that one. Some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio. You're watching 2K Sports. And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's great because that shows pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Laverne is out there with Anderson. Then there's Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second.
Coach Greg Popovich last season passed Jerry Sloan for the most wins with a single team. Of course, Jerry Sloan with the Utah Jazz. You might not know this, but the Spurs modeled themselves very much after the Utah Jazz system behind Stockton, Malone, and Sloan staying there for the amount of time that he did. That role model of consistency and sustained success and accountability has certainly worked in this small market in San Antonio.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Now, here's Wells. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Lets the three fly. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. So often nowadays in transition, Brent, we'll see a guy get to the rim, then kick it out to someone standing at the three-point line. What's your feeling on that?
Kevin, who's at the three-point line?
Well, let's say Brent Barry's up.
I'm more than okay with it.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far. He's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. DJ is checked in for Chicago. So the Bulls 5 right now. Payne out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's DJ. Then there's Nikola Mirotic. And it's Pondexter in at the 3, the small forward.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
They set the screen. Payne gets a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Payne's got 6.
It's terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
And it's Payne in the corner. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
DJ deserves an assist on that bucket for the solid screen that he put up. Shot's not nearly as easy if he's not there to shield off the defender.
Laverne dishes to Leonard. And stolen by Payne. Goes up, and Payne slams it in.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Parker kicks to Leonard. Parker outside. Puts it up from 17, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his third assist on the night. Payne kicks to Wade. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. DJ with it. He's up against Gasol. Good D by Gasol.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
Payne kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Mirotic. Bulls moving the ball around. Laverne with the steal. Now here's Green. He's guarded closely. Laverne with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Got a hand on it. Wade against Green. Wade kicks to Payne. To the paint. San Antonio with the rebound. And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Mirotic, the pass to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Well, I love it when DJ plays with rhythm. That's the way he gets it done, and this time all the way up for the jam.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
1:25 left to play in the final quarter. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Murray, and it's Bertinason at the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Murray kicks to Bertans. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Here's Gasol. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Aldridge, the pass to Bertans. Pass to Gasol. 5 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
I mean, is it fair that Pau Gasol could stand on one block and rebound on the other? That's some length.
Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Murray.
So important to just stay poised, go through your routine. He did a good job there of just keeping his composure and putting those two away.
26 seconds left in the fourth. Parker dishes to Gasol. Green kicks to Parker. High arcing shot and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Markkanen, another 3 for Chicago.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And so it's the Spurs with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has.
King. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. Let's see you next time. Have a great evening.
Mr. Thompson.
Hannah, I should have...
It's all right, Chuck. You don't have to cover for me. I thought it would be okay.
Really?
I should have noticed.
Look, the guy had a press pass, Hannah.
Every kid with an internet connection and a blog has a press pass. If the kid knew what our video policy was, if he was cleared by PR, then he'd know the policy is what? What?
No shooting video.
That's exactly right. Charlie, go make sure that kid erased his video. Mr. Thompson.
It's boo-boo.
The last thing we need is a video of our players fresh out of the shower going viral because some Mr. Teen Blogger USA doesn't have the life experience or the common sense to know that everything isn't content. So pretty please, with sugar on top, make sure everyone has clearance. Or I'm gonna go ahead and find a new boo-boo.
Well, since you said please,
Note to Boo-Boo, steer clear of Hannah tonight.
there's no replacing
Boo-Boo about to lose his job. Boo-Boo? That's why.